Hello, my friends. If you want to learn the vocabulary definitions for the new Form N-400, this is exactly what you need. We go over all vocabulary definitions on the new Form N-400 that you should learn for your citizenship test. I believe this video is very easy to remember and help you feel more confident if you remember well. Let's start.
Claim.
To say something is true. To say something is true.
Register.
To sign up. To sign up.
Owe.
To have a debt. To have a debt.
Claim to be a U.S. citizen.
To state you are a U.S. citizen. To state you are a U.S. citizen.
Non-resident alien.
A person who has not passed the green card test. A person who has not passed the green card test.
Advocate.
To support. To support.
Overdue.
Past a deadline. Past a deadline.
Totalitarian party.
Government controls everything and people have no power. Government controls everything and people have no power.
Vote.
To elect new leaders. To elect new leaders.
Owe taxes.
To owe the government money. To owe the government money.
Assassination.
An action of killing someone. An action of killing someone.
Communist Party.
Like China, North Korea. Like China, North Korea.
Sabotage.
To destroy something. To destroy something.
Overthrow.
To remove a government from power. To remove a government from power.
Hijack.
To stop and steal a moving airplane. To stop and steal a moving airplane.
Kidnap.
To take someone away illegally. To take someone away illegally.
Torture.
To hurt someone physically. To hurt someone physically.
Incite.
To encourage. To encourage.
Military unit.
A group that works for government. A group that works for government.
Paramilitary unit.
Like a military group, but is not official. Like a military group, but is not official.
Genocide.
To kill a whole race. To kill a whole race.
Vigilante unit.
A group acts like the police, but are not the police. A group acts like the police, but are not the police.
Police unit.
A group that protects community. A group that protects community.
National origin.
Where a person is from. Where a person is from.
Detained.
Held in custody by police. Held in custody by police.
Jail.
A place where prisoners are kept. A place where prisoners are kept.
Rebel group.
A group fights a government. A group fights a government.
Detention facility.
A place where people are forced to stay. A place where people are forced to stay.
Guerrilla group.
A group uses weapons to attack the government. A group uses weapons to attack the government.
Self-defense unit.
A group protects a place. A group protects a place.
Prison camp.
A place to keep enemy soldiers. A place to keep enemy soldiers.
Prison.
A place where prisoners are kept. A place where prisoners are kept.
Weapon.
Like a knife or gun. Like a knife or gun.
Labor camp.
A place to force people to work. A place to force people to work.
Paramilitary training.
Learning to fight in combat. Learning to fight in combat.
Enlist.
To sign up in the armed forces. To sign up in the armed forces.
Threaten.
To warn to hurt someone. To warn to hurt someone.
Hostilities.
Fighting in a war. Fighting in a war.
Military-type training.
Learning to fight in combat. Learning to fight in combat.
Crime.
An action that breaks the law. An action that breaks the law.
Weapons training.
To learn how to use a gun. To learn how to use a gun.
Cited.
Given a ticket by police. Given a ticket by police.
Conscript.
To require someone to join the army. To require someone to join the army.
Offense.
A minor crime. A minor crime.
Recruit.
To ask. To ask.
Charged.
Police tell you that you did something illegal. Police tell you that you did something illegal.
Arrested.
Handcuffed by the police. Handcuffed by the police.
Commit a crime.
To do something that breaks the law. To do something that breaks the law.
Suspended sentence.
Delaying of a sentence. Delaying of a sentence.
Confined.
To be kept in a place. To be kept in a place.
Parole.
The early release of a prisoner. The early release of a prisoner.
Manufacture.
To make something. To make something.
Procure.
To find someone for sex. To find someone for sex.
Distribute.
To supply something. To supply something.
Probation.
You report to an officer regularly instead of jail time. You report to an officer regularly instead of jail time.
Smuggle.
To take things to a country illegally. To take things to a country illegally.
Cultivate.
To grow plants. To grow plants.
Prostitute.
Someone who has sex for money. Someone who has sex for money.
Illegal drugs or narcotics.
Like heroin or cocaine. Like heroin or cocaine.
Gamble.
To play a game for money. To play a game for money.
Dispense.
To supply something. To supply something.
Drug paraphernalia.
Equipment to make illegal drugs. Equipment to make illegal drugs.
Produce.
To make something. To make something.
Pay alimony.
To pay money to ex-spouse after a divorce. To pay money to ex-spouse after a divorce.
False.
Not true. Not true.
Dependent.
Someone who relies on another person. Someone who relies on another person.
Controlled substances.
You can buy it with a prescription, but with restrictions. You can buy it with a prescription, but with restrictions.
Public benefit.
Welfare, like food stamps. Welfare, like food stamps.
Immigration benefit.
Things like a visa, green card, or citizenship. Things like a visa, green card, or citizenship.
Lie.
To say something that is not true. To say something that is not true.
Rescission.
To take back a decision. To take back a decision.
Fraudulent.
To claim something that is not true. To claim something that is not true.
Misrepresentation.
To lie or give wrong information. To lie or give wrong information.
Selective service.
Services in armed forces under law. Services in armed forces under law.
Deportation proceedings.
Process of removing a person. Process of removing a person.
U.S. Armed Forces.
U.S. military, Navy, Air Force. U.S. military, Navy, Air Force.
Misleading.
Giving the wrong idea. Giving the wrong idea.
Drafted.
Being selected as a soldier. Being selected as a soldier.
Admission into the United States.
The right to enter the United States. The right to enter the United States.
Alien.
Not a U.S. citizen. Not a U.S. citizen.
Avoid being drafted.
To prevent being selected as a soldier. To prevent being selected as a soldier.
Deport.
To force a person to leave a country. To force a person to leave a country.
Hereditary title.
A royal title, like prince or princess. A royal title, like prince or princess.
Constitution.
It is the supreme law of the land. It is the supreme law of the land.
Discharge.
A soldier leaves the military. A soldier leaves the military.
Court-martialed.
To go to military court. To go to military court.
Oath of allegiance.
A promise to be loyal to the United States. A promise to be loyal to the United States.
Desert.
To abandon. To abandon.
Non-combatant services.
Services that do not involve combat. Services that do not involve combat.
Order of nobility.
Like king or queen. Like king or queen.
Civilian.
A person who is not in the military. A person who is not in the military.
Form of government of the United States.
Republic. Republic.
Civilian direction.
A direction from a person who is not in the military. A direction from a person who is not in the military.
Bear arms.
To own or use a gun. To own or use a gun.
Work of national importance.
Tasks that are important to a nation. Tasks that are important to a nation.